What's up, YouTube? Mike from Mass here, Mass Aquariums, and I'm shooting a video on my 40 breeder as requested. I get a ton of comments on all my videos, all my freshwater videos. When are you going to do an update on the saltwater? When are you going to do an update on the saltwater? So here it is. This thing is stagnant AF. I know I've said that plenty of times, but oh, hold on, I gotta get down. My wife took my tripod so she could watch movies in the Suburban during soccer practice. So I'm handheld right now. Yeah, I haven't added anything to this tank, fish, coral-wise, in a long time. When I took down the 13.5 gallon Evo, I did add some corals from that. Not a lot made it. This Blasto made it and actually has a few new heads, as well as this little Duncan here seems to be hanging on. Nothing's going on besides these anemones that keep spreading like crazy. Pretty soon this is basically just going to be an anemone tank. I tried to take them out. I can't get their foot to come off, so you know, it is what it is. I just kind of let this tank be what it is. I just did a water change on this. I've been having a little bit of cyano. The giant brain coral, Favia coral that was here, slowly started to melt back. I have no clue why. After 5 years, started off the size of a quarter and grew to the size of like a friggin' quesadilla, small pizza, who knows. And then all of a sudden it just started to slowly, like necrosis or whatever, just from the outside it started to die off. I have nothing, I've done nothing different with this tank over 5 years. Water change every 2 weeks, 7.5 gallons, 8 gallons every 2 weeks. Haven't changed my salt mix, haven't changed the way I mixed it, haven't changed anything on this tank. It's all the same. I change out my filter media when necessary. You know, I really don't know what's going on, but I have these hammers are doing good. Obviously the GSP is kicking ass. Fish, same fish as always. I can never add new fish to this tank. Every time I add new fish, whether it's like some cardinal fish or basically any new fish, it just, like these inhabitants are, it's their tank. They do not allow new fish in this tank. I think I might order a few pajama cardinals and see how they do. But who knows, you know, we'll see. So much, you got like tons and tons of like sponges and all sorts of like crazy stuff that grows everywhere on this tank. This whole part of this rock used to be covered in a really nice purple and red zoa. Then one day after 4 years, they all just melted and died. No clue why. If I had somebody, I've already reached out. I even reached out to my buddy Rye, Gallon Reef, to see if he would take my fish, because I really wanted to start over on this tank. I'm not going to go any bigger. I just really want to get a brand new 40 breeder. This tank is almost 8 years old. It had African cichlids in it at one point. Then I switched it to this reef tank, which has been going for about 5 years, maybe give or take a few months. And I really just want to like get a brand new 40 breeder, brand new setup, you know, new scape. I don't know if, you know, will I eventually just take this scape apart and like move it around and try to, you know, maybe make 2 islands. I fell in love with this scape when I first got the tank, and it just pains me to take it down. It's been going for so long. Should I just get a bunch of new like soft corals and, you know, that just really need light and don't need a whole lot of feeding and just go crazy on the soft corals? You know, I don't know. I got to do something. I'm getting bored with it, really bored. I just don't know what to do. I just did a water change 10 minutes ago. These Recordia split about a month ago. They're tiny now because of the water change, but they get really plump and fat, like the size of this one. I've had this mushroom forever from my buddy in Wisconsin. Oh my God, Jordan Watkins. He gave me this years and years ago. It doesn't grow in size. It literally is this big. Some people say it's rare. I don't even know. He always said if this starts to split, you can make money, but I'm not about making money off corals. Pain in the butt. I mean, the tank is colorful. It'd be cool if this GSP just kept going and really like carpeted the whole front of the tank. It's grown, you know, a ton, but really the anemones have taken over. Absolutely ridiculous. But I have nothing in this tank. I have no corals over here. I got no corals over there. I don't want to buy corals anymore because they just, sometimes they melt away. And I just really would love like the easiest corals possible. Tonight I thought about actually just like going straight up macroalgae, microalgae, whatever. Just get a bunch of like plants, saltwater plants, greens and reds. And what I really need is I really need to upgrade this light. This light's 5 years old. It's a cheap Mars Aqua. It's probably the reason why things started melting back in the first place, is my guess, because the water parameters don't change and my maintenance doesn't change. The pumps don't change. I mean, everything is fine, and you know, just the corals aren't doing all that well, so I'm assuming it's my light. But that's my long overdue saltwater update for anybody for all those folks that have been asking. Clowns, beautiful hawkfish. My green spot, my yellow green spot goby is somewhere buried underneath. He only comes out to eat. He's also my original fish, my first fish I ever put in the tank. So leave some comments down below if you really want to see me break this down and start over, if you want to see me keep it and try to rescape it, if you want me to leave the scape and just try to add a bunch of new corals and see what happens. Maybe go macroalgae style, get this like looking like planted. I mean, the anemones are just crazy. I really wish the foot would just remove. I've tried blasting a power head on them. I've tried, someone said put an ice cube and then they just release. Didn't work. Ice cube just melted in the water instantly. Anyway, so this is my 40 breeder update. I hope everybody has a great holiday. Hope everybody has great Thanksgiving. Get up those Black Friday deals on Amazon. I'll post some links down below to the equipment I do use on some of my tanks that are really good gifts for the holidays. One last look, and I'm out.